Guten Ben YouTube, this is Lincoln 101 speaking. Now, today I'm going to be reviewing the last of the Bionicle 2016 Wave 1 Toa and Creature. Bionicle set number 71311 Kopaka and Melon Unity set. Comes with 171 pieces, as you can see before you. And apparently it also includes a sticker sheet, which is necessary for the blaster. But anyways, getting back to the whole last of the 2016 Toa thing. I know I am a bit late. That's because me and my mom don't really go shopping all that much as we used to, and now that Bionicle's discontinued, we normally get our stuff off of Amazon. But anyways, getting back to the 171 pieces, these are the two halves of the new torso, which I've never been able to show you. Here's the top done in black, bottom done in gunmetal gray. Yes, they do come together, though it's hard to get them apart again. But they both share an interesting design. Here are the crystal blades, which are silver at the bottom, and then they go to kind of a dark azure at the tip, which is pretty neat. You've got for the crystal armor add-on pieces, which are gold at the bottom, but then they faded to the transparent light blue. And let me get one of golly so I can give you a comparison. Here are the two. Looks as if the two transparent blues are almost the same, though the coloring might be affected by the base color, because as you can see, one's silver, the other's gold. Anyways, you get 4 of these pieces. So, put this back on. And then here's the chest plate, which is white in color. Oh, I do like the design, but I think the navy blue and the white make a. I think the white stripes against the navy blue background work, though I'm not entirely sure about the green. Got some Borak eyes back here in solid white. Don't worry, there are more than 2. Here's a minifigure size spear, solid, which I find kind of neat, because in the box, as you can see, Kopaka's sword contains the minifigure spear, which I believe is a good decoration. We have the old Bionicle add-ons, stereotypical creature head, gold front and trans-cyan rear this time. These white 6-longs, kind of nice. Have they been getting new colors these past few years? First no, they actually got a new color this year. We've got 2 of these in navy. Here are the 2 masks, with missing eyepiece that's going to get filled by a stud. Got some transparent bones back here. They are. And yeah, that's it for parts, and I'll be right back. And here we have Kopaka and Melon all built up. Now, as I've always been doing, I'm gonna take a look at the Toa first. In this case, Kopaka. Color scheme is pretty interesting on this guy. We've got equal amounts of white, silver, gold, blue, navy. It kind of blends together well. And then, as always, there's the potentially useless waste action feature. But for me, one of the key points is the shoulders. They're definitely interesting. Not as interesting as what we got with Layla, but they're definitely interesting. Basically, this is the shoulder build. It's somewhat similar to Bohadu's, but the construction is a little bit different. Basically, we have the cup on the torso and the ball on the arm instead of it being the other way around. That doesn't really affect the posability all that much. The in and out movement is kind of limited since this armor piece kind of bumps into the head. But this is definitely interesting, and one thing I didn't talk about when we went over the parts was these things. These horn pieces on the hilt of Kopaka's sword. These pieces. These are definitely interesting. And as you can see, they come in white. Them to me, they look pretty interesting. Especially with the shape. Although, me personally am kind of against swords nowadays, since there's a variety of other weapons to choose from. But the gun itself is also interesting. Not only do we have the 6-stud shooter up here, but it looks like we also have a handguard sort of thing. So if you can also use it kind of like a mini shield, which is pretty cool. And as always, and then if you lose some ammo, there's some extra stuff mounted on his hip, which is pretty handy. And like with Tahu's, they kind of use extra Unity pieces as armor, which is also pretty cool. And then the mask itself is actually 2 pieces. There's the big main part over here, and then a detachable stud, which fits on here like so. That to me kind of adds a whole new level of creativity, because you can kind of, if you're doing stop motion, you could kind of switch this blue stud out for something else, as if we were pretending he's either locked on target or turned corrupt or something like that. But yeah, and as always, pop it off, put under the gold mask, and not much has changed there, although it does add to the gold on the crystal pieces. Anyways, that's it for Kopaka. And then, moving on to Mellum. Kind of a weird name, Mellum. It sounds almost like melon, but anyways, this is Mellum, and I think based off his design, he's supposed to be some kind of mini abominable snowman thing, which is pretty cool. Definitely fits the whole ice thing. As you can see, his paws only have 2 fingers, which are individually articulated. Barely any feet, barely any leg movement, but I am not too overly sure what's going on with this action feature. All he does is the following. Just that. As I've heard it's supposed to be some kind of ice-crushing noise action, but like what Jane Brick said, it looks more like a hugging action. But, anyways, pretty cool-looking guy, if I do say so myself. And before we get to link up, let me just see what kind of stuff I can do with these two. Alright, so here we have modifications. For Kopaka, I decided to give him these spike pieces that were introduced in Brand Attack. These are basically the armor add-ons that were used on both Pyrox and Frostbeast. However, Pyrox were in maroon color, not white. So those I added onto his shin armor. And then for his weapons, I gave him the ability to combine via this connector. So you just bring it out. And the sword attaches like this. So you can basically have Kopaka wield this really big ice gun, which is pretty impressive in my opinion. And in case you didn't notice earlier, I added this extra grip point so that you can like, but basically you can like attach it, like basically you attach the sword like that and then fold it down, and then you can basically have Kopaka himself wield kind of a pickaxe or club. What do you want, kitty? I don't know. Cats. These cats, they always seem to run attention to the wrong time. But anyways, you have this. You basically have Kopaka wield this kind of weapon, which may seem like it's not going to come in handy, but trust me, if you're gonna hack up some frozen enemies, then this is gonna come in handy. And then for Melon, I gave him kind of an extra finger, which is in a thumb kind of position. Don't worry, it doesn't clash with his color scheme. Also, I gave him claws on his feet to give him a better grip on the ice, on icy mountains, in case you want to have Melon kind of climb an icy mountain. But anyways, out of the way, let's link up. So, there we have that. Get the arms up. And then this is pretty much what they look like together. That to me looks a bit impressive. It's actually pretty cool. But nonetheless, nothing's really changed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please rate, comment, subscribe. And this is Negative Nookie 111 saying Auf Wiedersehen.